Thank you for joining us this afternoon to welcome the Society's newest recipient of the Bram Stoker Medal of Cultural Achievement, Young Lee. Every year, the council members of the Society elect a select number of exceptional individuals to the honour of honorary patron in recognition of their outstanding and significant contributions to their given fields. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to the latest honorary patron of the University Philosophical Society, Young Lee.
Thank you.
So, it's good to be back in Dublin.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's weird, man. It's crazy, this award. Thank you. I'm really glad to be here, and it's an honor to be here at Hogwarts. It looks exactly like Hogwarts. Yeah, I've never done a Q&A or anything like this, so I'm a little nervous, but it's good. It's nice to see y'all. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. So, yeah, my first question is, like, Young Lean. You know, it started one thing, like very different, sort of, you know, back in 2013, 2014?
Yeah, 2012.
2012. Sorry. Okay.
96.
96. But to you, like, is there like one thing that Young Lean sort of means and has been persistent throughout, like, the various phases, whatever, like, you know, between like Warlord and Poison Ivy and Unknown Death and Unknown Memory and stuff?
Yeah. I guess for me it's always been the same. I've always been doing the same thing, and then it's just the perception of other people, you know. A lot of people are like, oh, it started out as a meme and then it turned into something serious, and, you know, when Warlord came, or Stranger or whatever. But for me, it's always been sincere. For me, it's always been, you know, genuine, and like, I've been the same person, you know.
Sure.
For me, like, Ginseng Strip is as genuine as Blue Plastic or Död Mark or Jonathan Leandor, like my side projects. It's the same. It's just people didn't get it at first, you know. It was like, for them, they had a perception of hip hop and what it would be to be a rapper, and, you know, so they thought of it as a joke. And, I don't know, if you've been on the ride long enough, then I'm happy you're still here, you know.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
it. You can change your mind about things, you know.
For sure.
Just don't call things off as a joke, because you're gonna end up, you know, being the one who's laughed at.
No, yeah, for sure. But like, how is your sort of, I guess, like, approach to, like, you know, the artistry of, like, you know, making music and like doing that kind of stuff? Has that changed much, or has it always been sort of the same for you again?
I think it's turned into more of a job, you know, to be honest. Like, in the beginning, it was just a hobby. Like, when I was 16 or 15 or whatever, I was still in school, and like, we had the basement, and, you know, I became friends with Axel and Micke and Sherman and Good, and I don't know, I don't think we took it that seriously, you know. I knew it was going to be big because I saw the potential in these two people. I was like, these are the best producers ever, you know. Sherman was like a rock star when we were 16, you could see it. Mickey as well, and Benjamin, Blade, everyone in Drain Gang as well. You know, I saw it, but I don't think they saw it.
Yeah.
But like the artistry in itself, back to your question, I think I treat it more like a job now, you know. I have to pay rent, I have an apartment, I got mouths to feed, you know, I pay people's salaries. I have to, like, go into the studio for certain hours. I can't just, you know, fuck around.
Yeah.
I do fuck around. Yeah. I'm basically still fucking around. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
a Truman Show or something.
So like, I know if you feel this way, but I feel this way, and I'm sure other people do, that like you're not like maybe just a musical like artist, that you seem to put a lot of like your music videos and stuff seem like really interesting or whatever. What's like the creative process like that goes into making your videos? Would you like work really closely with them, or would you kind of delegate to someone who you like, whose vision you trust or whatever?
For me, it's like I hear a lot of songs in colors, and I think there's a word for it. But like if I make a song, then that song might be like yellow or red, and then I just start writing down ideas. So for Red Bottom Sky, I just saw like leaves, and I saw a chainsaw, and I wrote on my iPhone notes where I write everything. I just wrote those words down, and I wrote like castle and go-kart, whatever. I just write these words down, and then I send them to a director, and I send the song. And I only work with 3 directors, so I've been working with them since the beginning, and everything else is just very spontaneous. The first videos were just after school, like just hanging out. Like people thought there was so much depth in it, you know. They were like, "Oh, he's talking about society and capitalism," and like showing a bottle of Arizona. This is like the end of capitalism and the youth. There was none of that. There was none of that. Like you can put any type of aspect into my music as you want, and that's what you should do. That's what you're supposed to do. I love that. I do that. I hear a Beach Boys song, and I think they're talking about whales, but they're just talking about their morning. You know, that's how music works. What's your question again?
No, that was good, don't worry. The Beach Boys. So like you've worked with some pretty like cool American artists like Travis Scott and Frank Ocean and stuff. Firstly,
American.
what was it like working like with them? Like did you like meet up and hang out and stuff, or is this kind of like online? And secondly, who do you like have you enjoyed working with the most? Is it still just like, you know, your friends like Young Good and Young Sherman and stuff, or have other dudes kind of like been pretty cool or whatever?
I think like I've really enjoyed working with a lot of people I looked up to when I started making music. And when we started, we looked up to Space Ghost Perp, Metro Zoo, a lot of the stuff that was going down in like underground Florida, and working with them and Krayshawn and Gleesh and people from Glow Gang, like Ball Out, and like we listened to so much Chief Keef. Chief Keef was like religion. It's like true religion. But I mean, like everyone listened to Chief Keef, but when we listened to Chief Keef, people would kick us out of the party. And then 2-3 years after, he did like a remix with Kanye West, and everyone wants to listen to Chief Keef.
Yeah.
So for us, Chief Keef was something sacred, and like to work with. He's not sacred. He's just a regular dude at the end of the day. So is Frank Ocean, and Travis Scott. But, so for me to work with like Ball Out, Tato, hang out with Fredo, hang out with Ball Out, just that was fun because it's so spontaneous. Still, you're just in the studio. You're going back to back. It's the same with my friends, but. Yeah, I hate online stuff. I'm really bad with online. Like I would never send a song, and I don't know, working with like Ariel Pink as well, and Dean Blunt, and just artists that I enjoy. I would like to work with like Kate Bush if she ever hollers at me. But yeah, I think me and Frank Ocean watched the movie. We watched The Dictator. That was funny. He really likes that film. He laughs a lot. And he's like an enigma to a lot of people. To me, he's just a regular guy. If he was here, he would be a regular guy to you as well. I'm a regular dude. You know? Like, you just build up these enigmas around people and these mysteries. And at the end of the day, working with Mickey and Axel and Benjamin Blade and Thai Boy and Echo and White Armor is the same for me. It's working with Travis Scott or Frank Ocean. Or maybe it's even better working with my friends. It is better, of course, I'm not gonna lie, because we have a very special relationship, we have a real friendship. These are like my best friends in the world, so we're always gonna push each other. And I think you gotta be frank with one another. When you make music, you gotta be like, nah, that sucks. do that verse again, and you gotta push each other. And yeah,
Yeah,
I don't really think established artists do that. If you're like David Bowie and you meet, I don't know, Tricky, whatever, it's gonna be Tricky meets David Bowie. They're not gonna push each other.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna walk away, and it's gonna be a great collaboration. But I think you really push each other when you have a personal relationship and you have memories. And, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I talk too much, I guess.
No, it's cool.
Next question.
So, what sort of stuff are you listening to like right now? What's like on your Spotify playlist?
I have to check. Or else I'm gonna say something else. I'm just gonna say the same
I appreciate
things.
the honesty. Don't worry. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the same things that I say in every interview, unless I look. You know, this is not an interview. Give me 1 second. Robert Wyatt. My friend Ossian introduced me to the guy called Robert Wyatt. I've been listening to Arthur Russell a lot.
Cool.
Arthur Russell, I like Arthur Russell. I like Playboy Cardi, Jackson 5, Young Money, Billie Holiday, Fleetwood Mac, Radiohead. I listen. I'm like, if you want to get into any business, you have to be a nerd in that business. And I was a music nerd for as long as I can remember. I had an uncle, that's my sister right there, we have an uncle, and he worked at MTV when I was a kid. And I was just like, it's very inspired, you know, all these records, all these people, so I always, you know, nerded out in music. I would download all the albums, torrent, just sit at home, listen, and then we'd get into the picture, and then weed plus music, and sitting in your room, you know, you're in another world. And I don't know, I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore, but I think I listen to a lot of music, and I think that's the problem today as well. Like, a lot of people try to get into music, and they don't really love music. They just want to be famous, because with globalism and Instagram and everything, everyone is basically a star. There's a lot of positive aspects to globalism as well, but there's also that idea of anyone can make it. But do you really love music, or do you just want like purple dreads for the day? And, you know, I mean, it's a trend. Yeah. And the real are always going to last, because then you have like a genuine interest. You know, you're always going to try to explore new genres and whatnot.
So like you're saying, you listen to like lots of different sorts of music. I feel like that's always been like there when you listen to you. I always felt that anyway. What sort of, and this is going to be the second last thing I'm going to say to you. What made you want to like have that like side project or whatever? Like why didn't you just sort of do everything is Young Lean and sort of make Young Lean like different?
Yeah, sometimes I wish I did that. But I don't know, I think it's nice with side projects. It's a good like outlet, and you know, I made like, me and Mickey made Död Mark when Young Lean didn't feel very current. Like we felt very like young and stupid and wild, and we wanted to. We were like basically like punks at all our gigs. We were like smashing stuff and bleeding, and like, why are we playing this like slow song every night? Like, we should make some punk. And then we did it with the auto-tune, and we just did our take on it. But then if I would release it through Young Lean, then I don't know, I think it's important with different outlets and different alter egos, you know. Creating a character can help you find new parts about yourself and shit, stuff like that.
For sure. Yeah, no. So this leads me on to the last thing I'm going to say, and that is because you were saying about smashing shit at your shows and stuff. I said to you before, but I was there at your only show so far, I think, in Dublin back in whenever that was. I remember like Jinx and Strip and playing. Yeah, 5 years ago. I remember Jinx and Strip and stuff. Like you guys going like fucking crazy when you were like playing that, even though that song's like slow as fuck.
That's what I mean.
For sure.
Contrast.
For sure. I know. Before we pass on some questions to people here, I'm going to Nardwar you here and give you another gift. And this one's a little bit closer to my heart because but my friend Connor has it here. Do you want to bring it up, Connor? So it's a picture of us at that gig. It's so fucking funny. I didn't want to spoil it earlier, but yeah, we met before.
Damn, you look like a baby. How did they put you in a suit? How did they make you president?
Okay,
Scandalous.
we'll take questions to people here. So if you want to put your hands up, and I'll like point you or whatever. Okay, Niall first.
I was just wondering, when you're making music as Jonathan Leader 127, is the creative process different at all when you're making music that way? Or do you approach it differently, or would it be the same as approaching young music songs?
It's easier. It's easier because I can make it myself. I usually do like, sometimes when we were recording Stranger, I would just stay in the studio and I would do loops. Like I could take like a Daniel Johnston guitar and I would just loop it and then I would sing a song over it. And then it would turn into a Jonathan Linder song. So the process is more like, yeah, I guess I can be alone when I do it. And it's good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hey man. What's your name?
Harrison.
Hey Harrison. That's good.
I was just wondering, because me and my friend, see, we're 16.
Yeah.
Me and my friend, we're trying to make a song with Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he posts it on the story, and he texts it back. And see, all we only have phones and a computer.
Yeah.
So,
Steal a computer. We had, I had a computer. I was. It sounds shitty. I didn't record that on my computer though. I'm thankful that I had a computer, and I definitely think you should do something about that shit. But I didn't record any of it on the computer. There was a studio in my school that I went to, but I didn't go to music class. So I befriended this dude, went to music class, and asked if I could borrow the studio. And I would just go there. I just finessed that studio, and then I would bring my own beats. And that's where I recorded Hurt, blah, 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 a lot of Unknown Death tracks. And yeah, Mikke, young dude, he went to a music school, and they had computers. Yeah, no, you'll be good. If you have that ambition, you want to make music, the world is yours, you know. You can go and get it. Trust me.
Okay, yeah, dude there in the green jumper, yeah. No, you, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I was just feeling like that. But I love that show though, that show was good. Yeah, it's a fun show.
Yeah.
Hi Christopher. How are you doing? You're svensk? Okay, that's tough. Pluggar du här? Yeah. Yeah. I think I had timing. I honestly think it was luck and timing. A lot of like Swedish artists, maybe, you know, as you were saying, we have a lot of producers. We produce like the majority of pop music. We have Max Martin, we have Robin, we have The Knife. We have a lot of good music. And right now, you don't live in Sweden, but there's a big wave of Swedish rap coming up right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think it was timing. I think I knew what I was doing. I was on those blogs, you know. I was on those like underground Mishka blogs, blah blah blah. I was sending my songs to any contact that I would have. We were trying to get, you know, people from Miami that we listened to, and I would just send them songs. I was annoying. I was really annoying. I was in my room sending people songs. And I think with a little luck of timing and the space that hip-hop had during 2013 and 2012 with everything from Odd Future to A$AP Rocky, there was a gap where there could come a 16-year-old Swedish rapper. I think that's it. I was lucky, and I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question for you. How did you cope with all the growth you received in your young years?
You just gotta ignore it. You gotta keep pushing. Like, if you're true to yourself, you know what you do, you love what you do, then fuck them. Fuck them. You know, if they hate, then that's on them. You know. That's it.
Yeah.
In the moment we at the end you asked Mia, and then you're like, no more Mia questions. Is that like a joke, or is there a
No more ideas.
Okay. Yeah.
Pushing my buttons, man. I'm good. How are you?
I was just wondering, like, what college did you do? What influenced you to move out to Miami in the first place? Like, what was your experience like there, and how did that affect your music going forward?
I never really moved out to Miami. We were just we had our rest in peace to our old manager who died. He got us out there because he had a spot there, a studio, and we were in New York, and we were I just kind of like left. I just left everything, and I just wanted to record music. So we ended up in Miami, and things got a little ugly, but that's what happens. Yeah, but I don't think there was any particular influence. Like, we just ended up there based on, there were studios, there was an apartment we can stay in and stuff.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
I think we got time for a couple more questions. If that's chill with you.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Dude down the back.
I'm Mark, I'm also Swedish.
All right. What's going on? What is going on? Helsingborg. That's up.
Someone asked about lyricism and what your approach to lyricism has been, and if it's changed over the years.
Yeah.
If it's something you would take a lot of time to consider, carefully craft, or if it's more spontaneous.
I think I was more aware of the craft when I was a kid. I wrote a lot. I had a project when I was 11, 12, and we would just write lyrics, and I would write lyrics every day. And then I cared about lyrics. When you're younger, you listen to a lot more real hip hop. When I was 11, 12, I loved Nas, Illmatic, and I loved Talib Kweli, and I wanted to sound like those dudes, but I didn't, and I had to figure that out. I didn't sound like that, so I found my own way of writing lyrics, and it's basically a lot of people think that it's cut up, but it's not cut up, Cut up is when you write a sentence that makes sense, you cut it up. But I don't do that. They don't make sense from the beginning. I just write them. I just write a nice word. I write velvet, and then I write staircase, and then I put them together with real things that I've lived. And I don't know. It's hard to explain now, but it's important to always care about lyrics. But at one point, I think the emotion is more important. What you say and how you say it, rather than the words. The words can mean a lot of things.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You. Yeah.
First, welcome you back to Ireland. We really missed you.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I like
I
it.
remember meeting you back in 2014, and you were here with the boys. I just remember you guys being really humble, kind of fun loving, fucking shit up. You were throwing bread around the place.
Bread?
Yeah, you had a loaf of bread.
That's a waste of bread. I've never done that.
Do you think you guys have really changed your attitudes? Or do you think you're still as fun loving?
No, we're still fun-loving dudes. No, I mean whenever we get together, last time we got together for like a show like that was in London, and we were all there, like Thai boy, everyone, and we're exactly the same. We were the same since we were famous as well. We'd still be throwing bread around.
Okay, yeah.
Have you ever had any like other jobs, or have you just like committed to making music from like 16?
I worked at McDonald's for a while, and I had my first summer job at a pool in Småland, and I cleaned the pool and the bathrooms, and I watched movies. That's what I did. Like Baywatch, but not that sexy. These were like short jobs, and I was like 15, and McDonald's was when I started 10th grade because I wanted more money. Like you get cash for being in school in Sweden, but I wanted like an extra 1,000 so I can buy weed or clothes. You know, I wanted to look good, and I'm not saying that our parents like didn't have enough, but it was. I grew up nice, you know, I had a good family, but I always wanted more. I wanted to work, I wanted to make my own money.
Yeah.
So as soon as I could, I had that job, and then after like 6 months, I had my first show, and I called my manager at McDonald's and I said, fuck you, I'm playing a show, and never had an ordinary job after that.
Yeah.
I don't know, young lean I'd say, you know. Jonathan, that's a bit too private. But if you call me Jonathan, it's nice as well. I don't care, you know, it's just a name. Oh damn, where are you from? Cork. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. No, you can call me whatever you want, man.
Oh, yeah, dude down the back.
I was just wondering if drug use is impacting the creative process and maybe is benefited or not.
Negatively, I'm gonna be frank, you know, like drug use is not fun. Like being addicted to opiates or anything it's not fun, you know. It's a fucked up lifestyle. I wouldn't condone it. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But I think in the beginning, experimenting with like hallucinogens can be a way of opening up one door that was locked before. And I don't know, I think like if you try, I don't know, LSD or shrooms at least once and then never try it again, that's enough. You know, you don't have to go too hard with it. But I wouldn't tell anyone to do drugs. You know, a real musician or like a real author or whatever, they should be able to write a song about what it's like to do drugs without ever trying drugs. Like that's a real artistry, you know. Yeah.
Just looking at the producer credits and stuff in your albums and stuff, I noticed that like Sherman isn't as on like the credits and stuff as much. I'm just asking like, how is Young Sherman doing? Is he
I love Young Sherman. That's my best friend right there. He's been focusing a lot on tours, and sometimes he has writer's block, you know, but he makes a lot of music. But sometimes he has a little bit trouble with getting out of the house. He's a lovely soul. He's a pure soul.
Yeah.
I guess just on that note, well, right, have you ever experienced that yourself, and if so, how are you going to overcome it?
Pardon?
I guess just on that note, on writing a lot.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced that yourself, and if so, how are you going to overcome it?
Yeah, I've experienced it. Sucks. I wouldn't recommend it. I think like stop thinking about it. It's like if you can't sleep, if you have a problem with sleeping and you're in your bed and you're thinking like, how can I sleep? How can I sleep? It's just gonna get worse. So if you have writer's block and you're like a musician, author, whatever, you journalist, just don't think about it. Go swim, go take a hike, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
I was wondering, where did you only come when you were around 6 and Dublin all meet? Why do you keep them separate? And do you ever fear that one might lead into the other if you have a reason for keeping them separate?
it's good that they bleed into one another. I think that's good. But I think it's just like, you know, if you're really into like making fast food, and then you also like French food, then if you all mix that, it can be like a big turd, you know, it's gonna suck. So I try to stay true to what I listen to and what I want to do, but you know, like it wouldn't. It's more about myself than the fans. Like, of course, the fans would be confused if like a Denmark album would come out as Young Lean, but it's more, you know, just separating things in my mind, so I keep it organized. And whenever I do like a Jonathan Linder 96 project, that just makes me more excited to do a Young Lean project. And whenever I do a Young Lean project, I just want to go and do that. So they all feed off each other, you know. It's like putting, what's it called? Fram. Seeds in the soil. And you know, you gotta watch the trees grow. Different times.
Yeah.
No, I care about. Like, listen, like I care about my fans, but if I would make the music for them, my music would suck, and that goes for any artist. When you start thinking about what another person wants, then you're just guessing, you know? Yeah, of course. Of course, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Everyone makes music for themselves, unless you're like Drake, maybe. I think Drake makes good music sometimes, but he's like a multi-million business, you know? He has to care about what the fans think, or else a lot of people are gonna lose their jobs. I don't. This is just me expressing my music, and if people like it, then I'm really happy. If they don't, fuck it. But the second that I would start thinking like, oh, maybe the fans are gonna want me to do like a Kyoto song, part 2, Unknown Memory type vibe, Frostcut, whatever, then I'm just guessing. That you're probably not gonna like it at the end of the day. If I was just making mashups of what I've already done, then I'm like copying myself.
Headline tomorrow is going to be like, Young Lean beefs with Drake.
I could never.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm in Dublin. I'm in Dublin right now. What more do you ask? No, I'm kidding. I want to play a show here, but I'm not doing like any shows until my album's done. I'm just working on my album, and then probably do like a Europe tour, play Dublin. Have a good time. Go to the pubs.
Okay, I think it's time for like one last question. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering, I noticed that you have like a Roman type figure on your neck.
Roman type beat.
Is
It's from Gustav Adoré, this painter, and it's Lucifer when he was an angel before he gets kicked out by God. In Paradise Lost, Milton, exactly. Yeah, it's beautiful drawings. It's a nice contrast between the dog as well. Dog, God, Lucifer.
Okay, maybe we should extend another round of applause to Young Lean for that. Never usually happens. People never get down to like standing ovations. Okay. Keep all that stuff if you want. Alright, let's go. Yeah, okay.